Okay, so recently you probably know that VShojo has been in a pretty difficult spot. I mean, there's been all of the stuff going on with Zentreya leaving, with GEEGA leaving, and also Matara leaving. So many people leaving, including even staff members and the director, I think it was director of talent, or like the talent, the person in charge of talent. They also left after 3 years. And obviously it seems like VShojo is going down a pretty rocky route at the moment with all of these, people leaving. And obviously it is very, very easy for someone to assume that. And I think that obviously they still have a ton of talent on their side, and it seems like they're looking to expand their VShojo Japan side as well, and they're trying to just expand into a bigger company overall. Now, many people don't know why these cuts have happened, and they've all given their own reasons, and I've got a full video on each one of them if you guys want to go and look at them on GEEGA, on Zentreya, whatever, and we've gone through their reasons for leaving. But I do think it could potentially be part of a bigger plan for VShojo to kind of expand and maybe get rid of maybe some of the older talent and bring in some new talent. And also it could also be like a mutual thing where they wanted to leave anyways, and it just kind of works out that way. Now obviously there are many other things that people started speculating, and well, Zentreya has actually fully left now, which I will make a separate video on, which I kind of want to go into detail about some extra things that she's been saying. But today I want to talk about Hime Hajime, who is obviously a VShojo VTuber at the moment, and they obviously tweeted this on the day that Zentreya had left, on the day that obviously she made a post saying, thanks for all the times and stuff. And well, yeah, she's very big obviously, and of course you guys probably know who actually is behind the model, being Sid Snap. Obviously it's been very obvious through videos and podcast episodes on their end. I mean, it's no secret. I think it's one of the VTubers that you could probably talk about that actually everybody knows it's her. And obviously due to that, like the only reason why I'm bringing this up in the first place as well is because of her schedule and the amount that she doesn't stream too much. I mean, obviously she streams quite a few things, and obviously occasionally comes back whenever, but it seems to come in little bursts. And obviously there was that big period where she went missing for ages, and everyone was just like, where the hell has Hime gone? Like, is she even existed in VShojo? And obviously, yeah, that's probably due to, her running her own channel and doing other things. Obviously, she does content surrounded by anime, manga, like even moving out to like Japan and things like that, which again is great. And obviously, yeah, it means that she probably has a little bit less time for Hime, but she's been picking it up recently. And obviously she's tweeted this saying, well, dot. Literally, that was it after Zentreya leaving. And obviously this aligned pretty perfectly with this. Now, this could have been a complete coincidence, or it could be a response to what is going on, but it definitely has triggered a response from the VTuber community in general, because obviously she even replied saying, "Con and Mustard have a little fun, all is good, my dudes," because people saying, well, and they said, yeah, that just happened. They said, you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now. We said, I require context. Can someone please give me the context? Things ain't looking good, chief. And obviously, yeah, everybody is thinking, obviously even this person saying, don't tell us you're leaving VShojo too, which everyone is thinking maybe this could be the end for Hime. And it wouldn't actually surprise me if that was the case. Now, obviously, they said, can't they have some fun, all is good, which again, could be totally legitimate, or it could just be, trying to fan the flames of, making a tweet like that. But essentially, I could definitely see Hime not being a part of VShojo any longer due to the fact of, obviously her inactivity and stuff, and, due to the less amount that she streams compared to some of the other members that are out. But essentially, yeah, she posted that reply. But then also this caught on in subreddits, for example, like r/VShojo, saying, I've played these games before. Obviously, they put, well, dot. And they said, I have a gut feeling, can't be just me, right? And they said, at this point, one feeling is fatigue towards vague, cryptic messages. I said, yeah, same, honestly, here. They said, I figured out from the replies to a tweet, when they edited Zen out of a cast image on the main VShojo website, they accidentally took Hime out as well. They've since put Hime back in. Apparently, that is what went on. So again, that does make sense, especially with the time that they've kind of done it. But it is kind of funny that they did get rid of Hime. I don't know if that's supposed to be some kind of precursor to what might happen in the future. And they were, potentially we could see Hime leaving, and then obviously they ended up putting the edited image out too early. Maybe it's something that was planned for later down the line, or it could have just been a complete mess up by the Photoshop person and they accidentally got rid of Hime out of the image too, or maybe they just forgot to add her in whenever doing it. They said didn't fully remove her but covered her with Kuro. You could only see her hair. They said obviously they're talking about Rent a Girlfriend chapter. It said $20 says she's revealing the worst kept secret in VShojo. Obviously that's quite funny. Say, I mean, it wouldn't really be surprising. She doesn't really need VShojo. Her bigger focus is probably her other channel. And obviously people said her other channel, like Sid Snap, and said, wait, she's the same person. Obviously some people could not tell at all, but you know, I think it's very obvious. And obviously Sid Snap, like her channel is way bigger than I would say her VTuber channel. Obviously a VTuber channel is still doing great though, and obviously it has like a big part in that. Also, I just found it funny, Zentreya is still a mod in the VShojo Discord, which is quite funny. But yeah, essentially, yeah, I mean, that's what some people were talking about in the VShojo kind of subreddit. And also they're saying here, there's no way Hime is next to leave, right? And obviously, yeah, this is in the Kurosanji Discord, where they talk about, you know, things to do around Niji-sanji. And they pretty much just talk about like mainly like drama, news stuff, which honestly is quite useful for me. They say, I mean, she's barely even a member, like it's in her name, but she's more active as Sydney than as Hime, which yeah, definitely is true. They said, I mean, she was originally a joke that VShojo didn't expect would get that far. They said, which Sydney? Said Sisnab, Garn's wife. Obviously they kind of messed up the spelling of that. But I mean, it's basically common knowledge at this point. Even VShojo themselves don't hide it. They said, how much does she stream really? He said, true. She didn't stream for like a whole year that one time, which yeah, definitely is true. They said Hime would paradoxically the least surprising and most surprising to graduate, and both extremes for the same reason. She barely streams or does anything as Hime. They said Schrodinger's surprise. They said this is probably in reference to the fact that VShojo updated the graphic of all of their talents on their website today to remove Zen. They accidentally put Kuro directly over the top of Hime, so you couldn't see her. It has since been fixed, but I wouldn't overthink it. Plus, why would she even leave? She streams as Hime like 15 times per year, but gets ancillary revenue streams because they involve her in sponsorships, merch, and advertising. She wouldn't be doing any of that on her own, which yeah, definitely is true. Obviously, yeah, people saying like stuff like this. Apparently there's people spreading misinformation too. People saying, can someone please explain the context? IMS, Mel, and Gunrun just announced their parting ways with VShojo, which obviously it's fake. We all know. If that came out, bro, you would see a video from it frame one from me. That would absolutely be crazy if they all left. You know, they said, was it said on stream or anything? They said it was announced a week from now. X can't link tweets from the future yet, which is just so dumb. Obviously, they're saying like, oh, it's gonna be the thing that happens in the future. Is that okay, bro? You're clearly spreading misinformation in the replies there. They said, I mean, this is not in the rudest way possible. Not much would change if she did leave, to be honest. Which, yeah, that is true. I mean, not much in VShojo would change. But, you know, obviously, I think people are very, what do you call it? Like, very tense at the moment and very... just not very on it at the moment due to the fact of, you know, all of the, you know, people leaving and things. So people are always going to kind of assume the worst now whenever it comes to VShojo, at least for the next couple of weeks, just due to the amount of, you know, people leaving. We've even had like Matara in the past as well leave. And I think, yeah, people, you know, are kind of worried. But I think, honestly, I don't think, you know, Hime will leave. I think, honestly, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's nothing that bad. If it is just to do with that graphic, that's totally fine. But also, I don't know why Hime just didn't say it was because of the graphic and the reply. I mean, surely that would just be the easiest way to clear things up. You could have just been like, oh, it's all good, like nothing's wrong. It was just in response to this graphic. Like, it's really easy to say that. I don't know why that wasn't done in the first place, if that is the real reason, which does make me think that maybe, you know, there could be something else as well. Obviously, you know, this person saying, sorry, Hime, all of us are just worried, scared, and on edge lately. On behalf of the community, sorry, which, yeah, definitely is true. And yeah, you know, people are worried. They are scared that, you know, obviously other members could potentially leave. So obviously everyone kind of expects the worst whenever you tweet a tweet that literally just says, well. You know, well, full stop. Like, that's a pretty ominous tweet whenever it comes to just any kind of tweet, especially with a lot of the added context around this. So, you know, you can kind of expect some people to get pretty up in arms about this, or not up in arms, but, you know, they kind of speculate a lot of stuff. They get worried that something might have been happening and that maybe he might have been leaving. But it seems like everything is fine. I mean, you know, as they said, everything is fine. So again, this might be the funniest post of all time to go back to if we get like an announcement in like a week's time saying Hime Hajime is now leaving VShojo. That would be pretty ironic, but you know, if Hime is saying everything is fine, then I think that's all we've got to go off so far. I mean, you know, as I said, I don't like to speculate too much about what's going behind the scenes behind VShojo, but if you do want to see some more information about Zentreya and VShojo and everything like that, I do have a video coming out tomorrow about this, because again, I'm actually really interested in you know, Zentreya's kind of release from VShojo and some of the inner workings between some of the other VTubers in VShojo and how she's working with indie VTubers and smaller VTubers as well at the moment ever since leaving. But again, that's for tomorrow. I want to go into way more detail about that one, but this is just a little bit of a point about Hime, which I thought was funny. And yeah, a lot of people have been freaking out over. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this entire situation. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they released some new cans recently. I don't think they are still on sale, but if you want to go check, definitely go check them out, because again, they do look really, really cool. So again, I hope I can get my hands on some of them. But yeah, use my code Kaza, you'll get 10% off. It'll be down in the link in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.